Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody, let's go ahead and see. We're going to do a spirit talks. Let's just see what spirit has to say. I'm not looking for any specific message. It's just whoever needs to hear the message at this time. So we did get a card out. It says mice, discord among friends or family. So there could be some type of fights and arguments between close loved ones, people that we cherish. And it could be mice gnaw at things. So it could just be gnawing at you. Make sure that it's not gnawing at you, that you're not allowing it to take precedence over everything in your life. We've got the rose, romance is in the air. So maybe you do have something else to focus on. Maybe there is some type of discord between friends and family, but at the same time, you need to focus on the sweeter things in life. Stop and smell the roses. Okay. And that's what this is kind of asking you to do. I do feel like, right now with that full moon that we just had can be very dramatic. So we want to be very careful that we're not, getting into the drama with other people. And Leo is about love and romance, right? It's true love and romance. So we want to make sure that, the rose, oh, wow, we've got the arrow. So it kind of reminds me of Cupid's arrow. So yeah, there's shit going on between friends and family. Maybe you need to work those things out, but the arrows of love are here, and we've got that with the romance. So maybe somebody is going to be sending you some type of information. It says that you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And even though it may be uncomfortable, to fight with friends and family and stuff, sometimes it just gets your attention off of them, and it points you into the direction of where you're supposed to be. So it could also be, somebody meddling in your love life. I am seeing that here as well. Never allow anybody to get involved in your love life. That is like one of the worst things you can do for you and your relationship. Too many cooks in the kitchen, too many opinions, that kind of stuff. So we've got the bridge here, successfully overcoming a problem. So if there is some type of a problem that you're going through, I do feel like, don't burn the bridge. Be careful. Don't burn the bridge. We've got the star here, which is guaranteed success. So regardless of this, you are headed towards success in relationships. Wow, we've got the sun and the star. Absolutely amazing. Happiness and well-being. And that's right underneath the rose. And then we have the frying pan, trouble and accusations. We could be accusing other people of certain things or accusing other people of something that maybe we have done. We've got the valley here underneath the bridge. So deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So we've got guaranteed success, and then we've got the assurance of success. And I feel like, we will successfully overcome any types of fights and arguments and those types of things. And it may just take time. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. I feel like for some of you, maybe somebody's trying to put their claws in you. And then at the bottom of, or at the top of the deck, we've got the broom, new home, new attitude. So I feel like for some of you, it has a lot to do with, your success. And maybe for some of you becoming a homeowner, and maybe other people want to get their opinions involved. And, they just dig their claws in, and they've got them dug so deep. This could be somebody who is extremely controlling. It could be a family member. It could be a friend that is just trying to keep you from really being successful. Okay. But you've got the sun and the star here, which tells me that, regardless of whatever is going on, you're going to be successful. And I feel like, there will be healing, okay, involved. But I feel like for some of you, um, maybe you're moving towards a valley, or maybe you need to go into nature. I do feel like I don't feel like, this person is so much burning the bridge to the other side. I'm not really getting that. I'm just feeling like there's niggling things that are going on in this relationship between you and someone else. And I feel like it's just unnecessary. It could have a lot to do with ego. Um, But I do, in a sense, feel like this person is going to come back with some type of an apology, whatever this is. Um, let's see. What is it that this person is holding on to? Spirit, all right, wow. What risks can I take today? Maybe they're afraid of taking risks. And it says, be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you have ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap, but do not fret because your soul has wings. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. And maybe that's the thing is, a lot of people, they always have an opinion on what you're doing because they don't have the balls to do it. Okay. And so they see you taking a risk and it's not something that they would typically do. So a lot of the time they end up putting their 2 cents in and it really gets them nowhere. From whom can I release my judgment right now? It says, judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. Today's soul action says, look at the person that you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment for myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. So, maybe that's the thing is they're judging you because you are willing to take a risk that they weren't willing to take. And maybe that's because they're afraid of losing time with you or losing out on you. It's like, a lot of our parents will put in their 2 cents when they don't want us to move away. They want us to be there because they're afraid of missing out. And it says here, am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Okay, maybe your child is moving off or, somebody's leaving your life or moving on or going off to college or, going to open a business in another country. And you're afraid of like losing out on this person or losing out on time or losing that control. But really, what you're doing is you're gaining perspective. You're gaining time back and freedom for you to be able to do something else. Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. So today, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change that you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. And that could even just be a friend. Maybe you're falling in love with somebody and a friend is, they don't want to lose you. And maybe that's your MO is whenever you get into a relationship, you just disappear and you forget that you have friends. You forget that there was people there long before this individual. And I see this shit all the time. People get into a relationship and then you don't hear from them for months. You've tried calling them and they just disappear, and that's just the thing. So then when you do like say, hey, listen, you speak up for yourself and say, listen, like, where the fuck you been? And then they get mad at you and, then, oh, you're accusing me of this. And then it's like this, it's just a big old game. And we just have to be like, what are you gaining? Again, maybe you end up with a new best friend. Maybe you end up with, more time to go and volunteer or more time to go and, or more time to yourself, to meditate, to go out into nature, to tend to your garden, to work on your business, to work on all the practices and the things that you need. So, regardless, working on your own success is going to help you through this transition because I definitely feel like the more you dig in your claws to this individual, the more that they just try to push you away. So you really don't want to do that with these people if you want to keep them in your life. Okay. Spirit, please show me what angel message, what advice do you have, Spirit? Trust the universe. trust the universe, trust the divine, that there's a reason for this separation. So if somebody is separating from you because they're working on their business or they're working on a relationship right now, then just trust the universe that there's a reason for what you've got going on in your life right now. A lot of the time we get in a fight with a family member, or we get in a fight with somebody, or a friend or a loved one, but it's just to see how you guys are going to overcome this without passing judgment on the other person. Really important that we are in a place of surrender. And usually when we have to go through some type of a separation, it's to get us to a place better than where we've been. And we can't really, afford the distractions that we have in our lives right now. And like, if you just started a new relationship, maybe you guys just need that time to bond and really get to know one another, regardless of how it makes other people feel. As long as you do remember when the time comes that there are other people, it's okay and it's all fun and games until when you go through a breakup and you have nobody and you wonder why nobody answers the phone to you. So be sure you're not that person, okay? So what cards did we get? Ganesha, we've got guidance, okay? And we've got quite a few cards here. So guidance, and it says here that you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So following the guidance and relax a little bit. Maybe you're being guided to relax, take a step back, nurture yourself. Now I see the star, the sun, and the moon all here in this reading. So I definitely do feel like the elements are at play. And then we have a spiritual quest. You're on a journey, and you're on a journey alone, regardless of how other people feel about it. And the capacity to love. Okay. And maybe for some of you, your spiritual quest is to find love. And that's really what I'm seeing here. And if that means that we have to leave certain people behind, and people who want to, I get this in a lot of Pisces readings, where Pisces, there's always a third party involvement. That doesn't always mean cheating. It means like a mother-in-law can get in the way, or your job gets in the way, or a friend says, "Oh, I don't like them, don't date them." But you have to be like, you know what, but I'm being guided to do this. And regardless of how that makes you feel, this is what I need to do. And that's going to help you tremendously through all of this. I do see some type of an ending here, and I feel like I don't feel like it's a permanent ending if it is with a friend or a family or a coworker or a loved one or any of that. I just feel like it's, for now. We need to let certain people just kind of do their own thing for now. And in the meantime, clean up our own space, because it's time for a new attitude right now. And it's softening up and being more in love with the fact of being in love. And typically 9 times out of 10, the reason why somebody wants to keep you stuck and keep you under their claws, so to speak, is because they're not happy in their own life, and misery loves company. So, they'll try to play it under the guise of, "I'm trying to protect you." No, they're trying to protect their interest in what you're doing. And there is a jealousy aspect. And I feel like that is being highlighted in this reading. They see you as a star. Somebody sees you as a star. They see you shining your light really brightly. And because of that, anytime that we're shining our light bright, somebody always tries to throw us in the frying pan. That's just a given. When you are raising your vibration and you are exuding love and you are happy in your life, somebody's always got to come in and try to drag you back down. But for you, you're just like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm following my guidance. I'm following what I'm supposed to do. I'm going on this quest, and I am just going to continue doing what I'm doing, regardless of what anybody else is saying." And a lot of the time I tell people, if you fall in love, don't tell anybody. When you're going to move to, or make some of the biggest moves of your life, don't tell anybody. Sometimes it's best not to say a fucking word, because then you don't have anybody coming in and trying to, you know, uh, to take away from the beauty that you are exuding and your focus, because then they put in their doubt and their opinion. And that's all it is an opinion. And again, you need to just trust in the universe that what you're being guided towards you just got to go on the quest and be willing to go on this quest. So, for some of you, maybe you're going over a bridge. I see somebody actually driving over a bridge to go and see somebody, or somebody is bridging the gap between you and another person. This person could also be at a distance from you, and you could be getting some type of arrows of love. And I feel like this is what you're going towards. Maybe you meet somebody online and you're talking and they're at a distance from you. And that very well could be with the star here, because that does, to me, rule online. Okay. So you could be texting, emailing back and forth, any one of those things. So not worrying so much about what other people are thinking or what they're invested in, but so much more on, what you need to be doing for you, and what is going to make you happy. All right, Spirit. So if this is a relationship, what do we want to know? Two wrongs don't make a right, they make a mess. So if they have done something wrong, is no justification for acting in a similar way. Figure out where your relationship went off track and choose the high road. Okay. So, two wrongs, boxing this person, whoever this person is, if there's been obviously there is some type of discord. Okay. And I feel like it's almost like you need to handle this person with kids' gloves from the past. Spirit, please show me this relationship. Okay. So, we've got here, bring respect back. Okay. Remember that you and your partner are equals. No one stands above the other, and everyone's voice is heard. Be certain to validate each other. Okay. And especially, like, validate this other person's feelings. Doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but you can validate that their feelings are real, but that they just don't need to affect you. They're their feelings, they're not yours. So don't over research, drop the things you know about them and start fresh. If you prejudge, you can end up with a tainted view of what to expect. Get to know them in your own way. So, maybe even this person could be even talking about this other person if you're already dealing with another person. And it's like, you know what? Don't sit on social media stalking this individual, trying to get more information about them. Really take a step back and give them the respect that they deserve at the gate. Like for me, I've heard things about people and then I meet them and I'm like, okay, as long as you treat me cool, I'm going to treat you cool. And the moment that you fucking give me an excuse or a reason to walk away, you already had your warning. Like you already know what people are saying about you. You already know your reputation. And if you bring me into it, I'm just going to opt out like everyone else. I'm not going to talk shit about you because I don't have time. So leave the past in the past. Don't assume that what happened in the past will happen again. What's past is the past. Rehashing old wounds will only poison the future. So let it go. Okay. And that is really important, is that, again, don't over research this person's past. Stop bringing up the past. And I know that we are now going into Pisces season, which rules the fucking past. And so, unfortunately, we are having to deal with past shit. But again, get to know this person on a deeper level and realize whether or not their past needs to be brought back into it or not. Regardless, and like I said, it could be this other person talking about a person that maybe you're interested in. Again, at the end of the day, stop talking to people who only want to gossip. And, if they can't, if you can say all kinds of bad shit about somebody, what's 50% good stuff that you can say about them? Okay. If it's not just as equal or more, I always say, for every bad thing you say about a person, say 3 good things. Okay. Hey, Jasmine. I hope you're well, love. Thank you for joining. So, I do want to say, like I said, trust the universe. If the universe is bringing you to someone and it's time for you to get to know this individual, then listen to your gut. It doesn't mean that you're going to be with this person forever, but I definitely feel like getting to know a new individual, regardless of what other people are saying. Don't let other people take precedence over your karma. People go, oh, that was such a mistake. Now you can see it was a mistake. I told you you were wrong, but you still had to go through the lesson. We still have to go through the lesson, regardless of what other people tell us. we still have to meet these check-in points so that we can learn something not only new about ourselves, but new about the partners that we seek. And if we don't come into these unions of, things that we don't like, we're never going to know what we like, So there's always some bad with the good. And eventually we end up getting it right. But it's all about trial and error, regardless of what other people are saying. I don't know. Like I said, don't, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. So try not to judge another person for what they're going through. Validate them for what they're dealing with. And in the meantime, continue going through and going towards what you're guided to do. I don't know. At the end of the day, guys, I think this is a really beautiful message. Let me go ahead and pull a love card for you. Any other last messages, Spirit? Wow. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So, this is also for those of you who have had trust issues. It's trusting yourself and trusting your divine guidance, trusting that little, intuitive knowing inside of you, and being careful of who you trust. Okay. I definitely do say, walk away from anybody that has been, has made you question whether or not you can trust in them. And in the meantime, just do what you've got to do for you. I do see Cupid's arrow striking. So for some of you, there is going to be jealousy because of that. Whenever we fall in love, not everybody's always going to be happy for you. So again, if it's a new relationship, keep it to yourself. You don't need to tell everybody. You don't need to flash it on social media, just for everybody to shoot daggers at it. That's where black magic comes in, is when we post something really good at our, about our lives, and you have people on the other side of social media or, friendship groups or whatever that are constantly looking for something negative in what you're doing. So, rule of the day, don't trust everybody. Okay. And trust your own picker and trust your own gut and trust your own guidance. Okay. And again, not only do we have trust, but we also have trust the universe. Okay. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. You guys, don't forget to check out Jogén Hummingbird. He's another reader on my channel. Love having him. He does have the Aries through Pisces readings up. Watch for your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. Check out my videos in the description box about me and my awakening and what I went through to get here. It's not like I woke up one day and decided I'm infatuated with tarot and astrology. I was made to do this, and it was part of my mission, but it was a hell of a way to get me here. Anyway, you guys, I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here. For those of you who popped in on the live, I do appreciate you. If you have not had a chance to check me out on social media, I am over on Instagram and Facebook. I'm on Twitter, but not very often. But anyway, I love you guys all so much, and we will chat again soon. Take care.